Hi, I'm Engine Cadet Jake A. Nunez, and in this video, I will show you and explain the refrigeration cycle. But before that, we must wear PPE, such as gloves. The refrigeration cycle contains four major components: the compressor, condenser, expansion, and evaporator. The refrigeration cycle starts with the compressor, then to the condenser, after that to the expansion valve, and then to the evaporator fan. In this video, I will show you the cycle by dividing the cycle horizontally and vertically. In the left side, the entire refrigerant has low pressure, while on the right side has high pressure. There are also two states of refrigerant, which is the vapor refrigerant and liquid refrigerant. So in here, the upper part is vapor and the lower part is liquid. So let's begin the refrigeration cycle. It starts from the suction of compressor, where it suctions the low pressure, low temperature vapor. After the suction, it will discharge high pressure, high temperature vapor refrigerant. In short, the purpose of the compressor is to compress the refrigerant where it causes the increasing of pressure and temperature. After the discharge in the compressor, it will then go to the inlet of the condenser. The purpose of the condenser is to remove or reject the heat and turning the vapor into liquid. So, the outlet of the condenser will now become still high pressure because it is still in the high pressure side, and now low temperature because of the heat being rejected, and from the vapor state it will change into liquid state. As you can see, in the lower side of the cycle is liquid state. Next cycle is to the inlet of expansion valve. So the purpose of the expansion valve is to decrease the pressure. In the expansion valve, there is also a capillary tube that controls the flow of refrigerant. In the expansion valve, it is where cooling being regulated depends on the thermostat setting. In the discharge of the outlet and expansion valve, since we are now in the left side, it will now become low pressure, low temperature, liquid refrigerant. After the discharge, it will now take to the inlet of the evaporator. Here, in the evaporator, there is a fan where there is the air handling unit. So, this copper tube in evaporator, this coil, when the refrigerant enters, since it is low pressure, low temperature liquid refrigerant, this is where the freezing in the freezer, but in air conditioning, this should not be freezing. So here, this is where the release of cool air that we feel from air conditions because of this fan. Here in evaporator, it converts the liquid state of refrigerant into vapor state. So, the discharge of refrigerant now becomes low pressure, low temperature vapor refrigerant. It should always be remembered that the suction of compressor must be vapor because if it is liquid, there is a tendency that will burn the motor of the compressor. And that's the refrigeration cycle all about. Thank you for watching and God bless.